What's happening, guys? I'm back in the world headquarters and I'm here to do a little maple video for you. Now, it's been a little bit since we did one of these. I've been out there riding the ATVs with Jack and we've been busy getting those 50, 60,000 views. Maple video people, come on. We got to bump these views up for me to keep doing them. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Well, maybe not. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to go over tubing tools. What? Tubing tools. Say that 10 times fast. So guys, you get into a maple equipment dealer store and you might look around and you'll see stuff like this. You'll see all kinds of tubing tools. I mean, they look like things that you have never seen before. They often look like medieval torture devices, or they look like somebody really got excited and bought stock in the vice grip company. Either way, these red things are tubing tools and we're gonna show you how they work. Mostly I'm gonna do it here in the world headquarters today because it's a little cold outside. Well, it's really not that cold, but it's easier to do it in here than going out in the woods. So this is a maple equipment catalog, and here on these pages are gonna be your main tools. The first one that I'm gonna go over today is the most common one, or the one that you have to have. And this one is known as your drop line pliers. Now, as you can see here in the world headquarters in the back, I've set up a lateral line. Now this is 5/16 line, and that's what we're gonna concentrate on today is 5/16 tools. The 3/16 are gonna be the same. They're just gonna be for smaller diameter tubing. All right, guys, we got the drop line pliers here. So if you haven't seen this one yet, this is the one you need. This is pretty much essential. You got to use this to cut in your drop lines. It's made up of 2 vice grips, and they weld a bunch of other stuff on there, like some handles and a knife. And anyway, you cut it like that, and then you simply place the T end of your drop line in there, and you can cut these or splice these in, and this occurs at every tree, or every place you want to put 1 tap or 2 taps on the tree depending on the size. Pretty easy, it's just press fit. On the end there they do have adjustments for the tension to set it on the clamps where that clamps onto the 5/16 tube. So it's a crazy looking tool. Most people won't know what it is, but you need to know. Now the next one we're going to go over is the one-handed tubing repair tool. This is another one that I would recommend and that you pretty much have to get. All right, now with this tool, the one-handed repair tool, it's kind of like a jack of all trades, yet a master of none. Basically, what you can do with something like this is assemble your drop lines. Put your T on the one end and put your spout on the other end, which I'll show you here in just a minute. And you can use that out in the field too, out in the sugar bush, to repair bad spouts, damaged spouts, or damaged T's. And it's kind of small, easy to carry around, and it's just, again, another press fit tool, which is painted that bright red, so hopefully you can find it when you drop it in the snow. All right, here's another one. This one is called a vacuum cutoff tool. Kind of looks like a little alligator right there, but I'll show you what this does. All right, this vacuum cutoff tool, what this is gonna do is gonna allow you to narrow down where you have vacuum leaks. And then you can use it to narrow down, like even do it up high like that to see if you got a hole or a vacuum leak up at the tree end by your spout. Here's another one now, look at this. Look at this contraption. This is called the Bring Together Hooks. This one isn't as well known. Let's go over what this thing does. All right, what you're gonna do here is this thing has 2 metal pieces on it on the end of the rope, which you just press fit down onto the tube, and then it's got that ratcheting pulley in there, and you just pull it together. It takes the tension away on either side, so you have an untensioned part right there in the middle where you can work on that and use both of your hands with the tool that you got, so you don't have to be holding on to it and using other parts of your body like you would without using the good old bring together hooks. I mean, this tool, revolutionary. All right, so I lied. We are out in the woods to show some of this other stuff. Now, of course, you guys know about tapping trees, and you know you need a drill, and you know you need a drill bit. I'm just going to show you maybe something a little bit special, a little bit extra you didn't know about. All right, guys, so this is a drill. This is a tapping bit. I'm sure you're aware of that. If you aren't, they do make tapping easier and better. It drills a nice, crisp, clean hole, takes out all the chips and everything like that, and you know that you're getting a good hole that's going to produce a lot. I do like to use these small drills, actually. It's more convenient and it's lighter weight. And you know what they say about a man with a small drill? Carrying on. But here's something else, guys, that's really a little bit of an extra help. It is these bit stoppers. These are going to help you get the right depth. And you're only going to want to drill about 1.5 inches to maybe like 1 3/4 deep. So as you can see on here, it's just a little stopper with a set screw, and you set it like that, and then you drop the little Allen wrench. What? But this is what you do. And yes, I know that is a basswood. But wait, there's more. A couple more tools that you'll want to have are the tapping hammer and the spout puller. They're going to make the job easier. Yeah, sure, you could go out there and tap away with a claw hammer, but you don't pound these in like you're pounding nails. Tapping hammer like this makes the job easier, and you can get one with a metal edge like this to chip off bark like this. Again, I know this isn't a maple tree, but let me know in the comments anyway. All right, simply what you're doing here, guys, is you're tapping a spout into a maple tree. Not this tree. This is not a maple tree. It's a basswood. I'm using it for demonstration purposes because I didn't want to tap a maple tree in December. You just tap in till the sound changes. It's really easy, self-explanatory. And then the spout puller makes it super easy pulling it out so you don't have to use your fingers. All right, guys, so we're back inside the world headquarters. I mean, it was a little chilly out there. It was at least 34 or 35 degrees. Brr. Anyway, we're going to talk about some of the tools you need to do to work on Mainline. Namely, this monstrosity and this little guy. Also, I'd recommend one of these, and a special guest appearance from the most talked about, most requested tool that I get from you guys watching my videos, this guy. Okay. All right, now what we're working with here is the Mainline pliers. Now, what you're gonna do with this is it's here to work on Mainline. And again, it's 2 big vice grips. You set the tension so it clamps down on the main line real tightly, holds it in place so you can work on that space in the middle. Again, there it has adjustments on the end to set the tension. Now you should get one of these tubing cutters. It's real convenient, makes it real easy to slice through that tubing, especially if the tool is sharp, unlike mine, but you get the point. Now after you get that piece cut out, you're going to put your stainless steel fitting in there. And again, I do recommend stainless steel fittings for all Mainline. It's just going to work out better for you. Now here's the star of the show. This is the flaring cone. I've sold more of these because of my videos using the flaring cone than all the other maple syrup company dealers combined. I put this thing in a video and I get emails about it yet to this day. So again here, what you're doing is cranking down on each side to flare it out. See that? You flared out the ends, made them wider. It is going to help quite a bit to put those stainless steel fittings in with those close tolerances to the inside diameter of that pipe. Also, what I like to do is heat them up a little bit with a torch. That even makes the job easier because this tool is not easy to use by yourself, so you have to give yourself as many advantages as possible. So now here, you put that stainless steel fitting in there, start cranking down, And now here's another tip, only from TMD. Get yourself that hammer and use it to straighten out that stainless steel fitting, because what it kind of wants to do sometimes is change a little bit of direction and go up into the inside wall of the tubing a little bit off center. You just whack it, it straightens it out and makes it easier to go in. That is my pro tip in this video. And now lastly, for the mainline tools, we got a mainline punch. And now this is kind of like a drill and a vice grip combined. You clamp down on the main line and you just simply turn that bit and it makes a nice clean hole in there. It is pretty convenient. It's small. Just stick it in your pocket and take it with you. This is a tubing reel. You just hang that on your main line and you use it to install your lateral lines easily. Just pull and walk away from your main line. Now, if you use the wire ratchet to tighten up your wires for your main line, you're going to have to use one of these, the ratchet tightening handle. You can go with that, or you can also use the gripple system. Check out the gripples in some of my more recent videos. That's what I use to tighten up the wires a lot in those. Another little extra I like to have is I like to have one of these nut drivers with me in the woods. And I always like to lose it too. And now this is your wire derailer. So that is what it says, what it does. It does what it says. It derails your wire that you hang your mainline tube on. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that little video showing us the tubing tool tricks of the trade. Now that's a real tongue twister. Thanks for watching. Guys, remember, I'm always here to help show you how to make maple syrup for at least 5 or 6 times more than what you could buy it from me yourself. Have a great week, and remember, always keep it real.